Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, let me welcome all of you to the launch of State House. Earlier this afternoon, we handed over a similar bus to the Rugby Union. A few weeks ago, we handed over one to the Rifle Association. We have two more coming. One is for badminton and one is for squash. And then we have a third one that will come early next year for chess, the Chess Association. And why? Because in my consultation with sportsmen and women across the country in the last couple of months, outside of facilities which we are already improving and investing in, and outside of your equipment itself, one of the major challenges you outlined was that of transportation, especially for the Guyana Cricket Board. Now, I've made it very clear that women must have an equal opportunity in sports, and we're investing in these infrastructure, we're investing in these facilities, we're investing in the tools, but we expect the sporting bodies and association to give women an equal chance. And I'm going to ensure that this happens. For cricket, I have asked, and I want to congratulate the Cricket Board and Ramnir Sarwan. I've asked for them to go to the hinterland, identify talent, and in this year's tournament, I want a hinterland male team and a hinterland female team. And they must be included in the national selection process because they have talent that is unbelievable. So in the next tour, I think is before the end of this year, you're starting a tournament, and I expect to see a full hinterland 11 in those tournaments, the women and the men. And let me be very clear on cricket. I'm not looking at cricket here in Guyana alone. We are going to invest massive sums of money in cricket. We're going to build a world-class academy. We're going to build world-class infrastructure, high-performance centers. We're going to build facilities not only for Guyana, but for the region. So we expect the administration and the players to take this very seriously because we're walking this journey with you because we want to position cricket as an economic good, right? Cricket has the ability to position our country. We saw that in CPL. We saw that in the Global Super League. And we're going to bring all the other sports along also. I just finished. I just came back. I heard some of the administrators complaining that they had only an hour notice. I just came off of a plane and came here to do this. I had an exceedingly good meeting with the president of FIFA and the Minister of Sports in Saudi Arabia. And what we are trying to do between Saudi and Qatar is to develop football players and to send them to academy in Saudi and Qatar, and both have agreed. Similarly, you would have seen Saudi Arabia now building out cricketing stadium. We can have our cricketers getting stint, male and female, in Saudi Arabia because we are looking for opportunities. And this is the difference with this government. We're not talking only about building facilities. We're talking about how we create opportunities for the players themselves. Just now, we spoke to the private sector. We got full sponsorship for the male and female rugby team to go to play in the West Indian Championship. We also have the Ramnir Sarwan who agreed to give them 2 months of gym free so that they can go and condition themselves for that tournament. And the same thing we want to do for cricket. We have to identify our national pool of players and invest so that you can walk into a gym without worrying who is paying the cost for the gym. And you can condition. So I don't expect to see people look like me on the field. If you want to sign up to sports, you got to sign up to be fit. It's a discipline. It's a discipline. And fitness is an important part of that discipline, right? I see people getting tired playing 2020 after 17 over. You think that they play a 5-day test match. That is because they're not conditioned. They don't have the fitness. And fitness affects your mentality. It affects your mental condition. Because if you're getting tired, batting 5 over, natural thing is that your brain is telling you just finish this, hit as much as you can and go in. Because you don't want to stay out there longer. You don't want to run quick singles and twos. Because your body telling your mind, I'm tired. So I'm happy that the Cricket Board is putting a lot of emphasis on fitness. We intend to take a stronger role also in terms of supporting the administration, but holding the administration of all the sporting discipline accountable. because that is important for us also. And I want to compliment again the cricket board on taking on the idea of moving the cricket matches to the villages and the community. And you saw the results. I don't think ever before you had, in the last maybe 15 years, you didn't have the number of persons who came out into compete that you had this year. Although I must say the standard was very poor. I saw batting that was classless. You know, if we are not training our people to bat good fast bowling, what are we preparing them to do? I see men batting there, they're afraid of medium pace. You know, I'm very frank speaker. I'm saying this because I love all of the cricketers and I want them to do better. And they have to understand that if they're aspiring to a higher level, they have to know that you have to bat everything. You don't bat on one pitch. You don't bat under one condition. You have to condition your mind and prepare your mind and your talent to be effective anywhere in the world. Because we're going to look for opportunities for you guys. So today I'm very, very pleased that we're able to do this, to hand over this bus to all of you guys. In addition to this, you know, we're building out all of the grounds. I asked the Ministry of Sports, Charles and Jacobs, but Jacobs particularly, we gave him an assignment to do a condition survey of all the grounds around the country. We have the initial survey by Charles, and then he would be responsible to ensure that there is a reporting matrix every month to tell us whether those grounds are upkept. Come say it. Okay, you give a speech just now. Whether those, yeah, you have to give a speech. Whether those grounds are upkept or and whether the administration of those grounds are taking care of the investments we're making. These are important things for us to do. All right, so that is one of the things that we'll roll out. We want real-time monitoring of all the grounds. We want these grounds outside of cricket that your families can feel safe to come in the morning or in the evening to walk around the ground and exercise. So that you have to help to maintain the discipline and the standards of the persons who are using the ground. This is what is going to build a stronger society. So although we don't have the women representation today, I'll take it that is because you had your 1 hour notice. But I hope that the cricket administration understand that we want equal emphasis on women. And I see my brother there. Push out your head in front. Yeah. Gordon, these guys who give their entire life to sports.
50 years. That's good work.
50 years to sport.
Coaching.
And he's with the ministry now. So we're gonna use you more. And you know what I'm talking about, right? And you know, we were talking the other day, the opportunities young people got today. If those before you had the same opportunities, you know, it'll be amazing. We give full cricket gear to almost every player in this country. Almost every player. You know, you come from the days when you used to use the branch from the coconut tree and bore a hole behind it to make your pad. Right? Bleed rubber tree and make a rubber ball. But if you take these things for granted, you will not discipline the discipline. So I want to congratulate the board, as I said. I can say that they're taking a lot of the suggestions on. And one is the way in which the game is being taken to the communities. And that is what we want to see. And of course, this monitoring mechanism. So, Jakey, say a few words, and then the cricket board president.
You know, Mr. President, I don't think any of the young cricketers now coming up can ask for a better time to be a cricketer. I mean, the government support and His Excellency's support for cricket has been tremendous, and that will continue. You will see cricket academies, you will see a well-organized coaching system, and just like His Excellency just mentioned, about the upkeep of grounds, because we would understand and we would know that while there are challenges, we would want our cricketers to have the opportunities to excel. And that will come through a structured training program, and also the necessary facilities. So, like I mentioned, best time to be a cricketer with His Excellency's support. Having me now as a minister and as former cricketer, you know that I will do everything in my power and work as hard as possible with the guidance from Minister Charles and His Excellency just to make sure that sports in general in the country, that it goes up and we support it. So cricketers, this bus belongs to you. Make sure that you take good care of it, Mr. President. Right? Good care. So that we can continue to, foster young people and they play for West Indies. And then, just before I close, His Excellency mentioned something about what we're building out here. And what we're building out here is in support for West Indies cricket. Because we see what's happening. But His Excellency took on the role of the revival of West Indies cricket by making sure they have the necessary facilities to support West Indies cricket. So kudos and thank you very much, Mr. President, and to the Guyana Cricket Board. Continue to do a good job.
Wait.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, Honorable Minister. On behalf of the cricketers of Guyana, that is the male and female, the administrators, the team management, coaches, managers, the Demerara Cricket Board, Berbice Cricket Board, Essequibo Cricket Board, and by extension, the Guyana Cricket Board, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency for this donation today. And I'd like to say this. It will not be good for me to leave without saying this. This is a leader that wherever he say he delivers, and he had promised on his commitment to ensure that we take a big chunk off our budget. This is transportation. Transportation and accommodation is a big chunk. And today we're
going to expand the facility in Esquivel for you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. And so, Mr. President, we're very grateful. And I'd like for you to give Mr. President and all those who made this possible, more so His Excellency, a round of applause, please.
I also want us to operationalize our LBI facilities. Yeah, I know you need some renovation in the hostel there. We're going to help you with that also.
Thank you very much.
Keep it for the female over there so that you have a proper safe conditions for them. Especially when we have to finish that before the hinterland come out. Because the hinterland team will come out to play, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, Mr. President, once again, thank you very much. And we're looking forward for continued support. Thank you.
We're pushing up open doors.
Well, thank you.
Excellency, Honorable Ministers, Guyana Cricket Board, cricketers, it's indeed a humbling pleasure and honor for me to be here this afternoon to witness this tangible, substantive investment in cricket for Guyana. Excellency, we want to thank you for the leadership that you've given for our sport, ensuring that it's not peripheral in Guyana, but very central to the development of our country, so that administrators have a way forward, our athletes have a way forward, and all the disciplines can find themselves, because we have active athletes in over 35 different disciplines here in Guyana. So with cricket excelling the way it is for our male and female players, we have regional champions. This investment will certainly help the community development programs. And I know that we've asked the Cricket Board to continue to lift their gender presence, especially at the administrative level. And so we look forward to that growth and presence of females in the administration of cricket, in coaching. So Excellency, thank you once again. And the Ministry and National Sports Commission will continue to implement policies of government. Thank you very much, sir.
And just to let you know how far we're ahead, if you want an area whilst you're developing your own facility to park the bus, and a secure area also, the Army would be willing to give you the opportunity to park it there, so you can have it from ticket. All right. So Charles, you do the rest.
The handover?
Yeah.
Or to speak?
Handover.
Handover.
You can say 2 words for you.
Yeah, just one important point is that the world needs West Indies cricket. It really needs West Indies cricket. And that point is not lost on President Ali, who chairs the cricket subcommittee for CARICOM. And they could not have asked for a better leader to chair that subcommittee. Somebody who has played the game, but also somebody who understands the game. Critically important, though, is somebody who backs up his talk with action. And then he has chosen very important people who also are going to drive this process forward. Because the world needs West Indies cricket, that's the reason why Guyana is taking a lead in its resurgence. The fact is that the board needs our help. West Indies Cricket Board needs our help. There has been underdevelopment and there hasn't been strategic development in the last 3 decades or so. Now is a very important time that as a nation, but also as a region, we have to firmly plant our foot to say that West Indies cricket must return to the top. It must return to the top. And how do we do that? We have to have our plan and implement that plan. That is what is being both worked on and delivered on right now. The President has spoken about something that no other board or any other leader of a nation in this region has spoken about. And that is excellence, a center of excellence, high performance center, and cricket academy. How can we maintain our position at the top without having a development and training program that's delivered by a cricket academy if we don't have it? We will never be able to succeed. This is something that should have been done 3 decades ago when we were already on top. Now we have to catch up and we have to leapfrog some of the competitors to make sure that West Indies cricket remains on top. What everyone will see is that we have the commitment as well as the energy and the willingness to work with everybody to see who wants to see that happen. And I am extremely proud to be part of this process, especially because President Ali gets it. President Ali gets it. He understands how important it is and also understands what is the process by which it can be done. So this is just a symbol of one small investment that we are making. But across the country, community grounds.
It's not that small. Eh?
Relatively speaking, it's large for them, but relatively speaking, we have invested in over 571 community grounds. We have lit over 150 grounds across this country. Nowhere else in the world, I would challenge anybody that nowhere else in the world will you find that they can say that within the last 5 years or within the last 3 years that we have lit over 150 community grounds or developed over 500 community grounds, invested in over 500 community grounds. Just this weekend alone, I went to 3 locations. Better Hope, went to Enterprise, and I went to Luziknan. Every single location, because of the investment that was made, every single location was filled with hundreds of people. Hundreds of people because we invested, and those are the areas where they didn't have the investment before, in the previous 5 years prior to 2020, and that's why that caused the decline. We invested and see what that did to the communities. They revived those communities, helped to revive the game. So we are confident that the investment that we're making now, this is the return. The return for communities, the return for talent, the return for the country, and the return for West Indies cricket. Thank you very much.